William Frith's Pope Makes Love to Lady Mary Wortley Montagu is a remarkable example of Victorian historical painting, capturing an imagined moment between two of the 18th century's most famous literary figures. The work brings together elements of drama, satire, and historical curiosity, reflecting both Frith's skill as a storyteller and the complexities of Pope and Lady Mary's real-life interactions. Through meticulous detail and expressive composition, the painting conveys a tension that is at once humorous and melancholic. The scene presents Alexander Pope, the great poet and satirist, in an awkward and seemingly dejected posture. His expression, one of unease and frustration, contrasts sharply with Lady Mary's vibrant presence. She stands confidently, her body relaxed, her face filled with amusement or even scorn. This contrast forms the core of the painting's emotional impact, emphasizing the disparity in their personalities and social positions. The painting is rich in visual storytelling, using body language and facial expressions to suggest an unspoken narrative. Pope, seated in a small chair, appears withdrawn, lost in thought or embarrassment. His tightly curled fingers and contemplative gaze suggest that he has either just spoken or is struggling to find the right words. His diminutive stature and the dark, restrained tones of his clothing amplify his sense of vulnerability. Lady Mary, by contrast, is the embodiment of liveliness and confidence. She leans slightly against a table, her body relaxed but poised, as if savoring the moment. Her luxurious dress, with its delicate patterns and flowing fabric, reinforces her aristocratic status and contrasts with Pope's somber appearance. The bright tones of her clothing reflect her wit and vivacity, as well as her ability to command attention. The setting of the painting is just as carefully considered as the figures themselves. The room is richly decorated, with an ornate bookcase in the background, suggesting an environment of intellectual and literary engagement. The deep reds and greens of the furnishings add warmth and depth to the scene, creating an atmosphere that feels intimate yet charged with tension. One of the most striking details is the presence of symbolic objects in the room. The sculpted figures embracing in the background allude to love and desire, perhaps mocking Pope's failed romantic aspirations. These details add layers of meaning, reinforcing the complexities of Pope and Lady Mary's relationship. Frith's use of light and shadow enhances the emotional undertones of the painting. Pope is partially shrouded in shadow, his expression brooding and hidden, while Lady Mary is bathed in a warm glow that highlights her confident demeanor. This contrast further emphasizes their opposing moods and the power imbalance between them. The theme of unrequited love is central to the painting's impact. Historically, Pope was rumored to have harbored romantic feelings for Lady Mary, which she supposedly ridiculed. This painting captures the essence of that rumored rejection, transforming it into a moment of theatrical drama. Lady Mary's laughter, if that is indeed her expression, turns Pope's affections into a subject of jest. Frith was known for his ability to create engaging, narrative-driven scenes that resonated with Victorian audiences. In choosing this particular subject, he taps into the 19th century fascination with historical romance and literary gossip. The painting plays with the idea of Pope as a tragic, lovelorn figure, and Lady Mary as a witty, untouchable aristocrat, reinforcing the gender and social dynamics of their time. The tension in the painting is heightened by the contrast in textures and materials. The softness of Lady Mary's flowing gown and the rich fabric of the chair contrast with the rigid structure of Pope's clothing and the hard surfaces of the furniture. This juxtaposition reflects the contrast in their personalities, her openness and ease against his restraint and unease. The humor in the painting is undeniable. Lady Mary's expression suggests amusement at Pope's predicament, and her stance, relaxed and slightly dominant, makes her the victor in this social encounter. Pope, with his slouched posture and contemplative hand over his mouth, appears defeated. The scene plays out like a theatrical moment, frozen in time. Victorian audiences, who admired Frith for his ability to capture human emotions and social drama, would have appreciated the satirical elements in this work. The painting does not necessarily take Pope's side or Lady Mary's, but instead revels in the irony of the situation. It invites viewers to analyze the moment and speculate on the emotions of both figures. Frith's attention to historical accuracy is evident in the details of the clothing and furnishings, which are carefully rendered to reflect the 18th century setting. However, the painting is not merely a historical reconstruction, it is an imaginative interpretation of a relationship that has long fascinated literary historians. By choosing to depict this moment, Frith adds his own artistic voice to the legend of Pope and Lady Mary. The composition of the painting directs the viewer's gaze from Lady Mary's expressive face to Pope's downcast expression. The diagonal arrangement of their bodies creates a sense of movement, as if the conversation has just taken a dramatic turn. The placement of objects, such as the scattered papers on the table, suggests a scene of intellectual engagement, now interrupted by personal emotions. There is an element of theatricality in the painting's staging. The elaborate costumes, dramatic poses, and strategic lighting give the scene the feel of a stage performance. This is fitting, given that both Pope and Lady Mary were figures of public spectacle, their reputations shaped as much by their literary works as by their personal lives. The contrast between the two characters extends beyond their physical appearances and into their symbolic roles. Pope, the frail yet brilliant satirist, represents the power of words and intellect, while Lady Mary, with her beauty and confidence, embodies aristocratic privilege and social dominance. Their interaction in this painting encapsulates the tensions between wit and status, admiration and scorn. Frith's work invites speculation about the true nature of Pope and Lady Mary's relationship. Was there ever genuine affection between them, or was it always a battle of wit and power? The painting offers no definitive answer, instead capturing a moment of ambiguity that allows multiple interpretations. The rug beneath them, with its intricate patterns, adds another layer of richness to the scene. Its warm tones tie together the elements of the painting, grounding the figures in their environment. At the same time, it creates a sense of enclosure, as if Pope and Lady Mary are caught in their own small world of literary and social intrigue. The presence of books and letters on the table emphasizes the intellectual connection between the two. This is not merely a romantic or social exchange, it is a meeting of minds, albeit one tinged with tension and unspoken resentment. The written word, so central to both their lives, lingers in the background, perhaps as a reminder of the power and danger of their pens. The dynamic between the two figures suggests a power struggle rather than a romantic moment. Lady Mary's commanding stance and Pope's defensive posture indicate that the balance of influence is in her favor. This aligns with historical accounts of their relationship, where Lady Mary often held the upper hand in their personal and literary exchanges. Despite the humorous elements, there is a sense of melancholy in Pope's expression. Whether he is lovesick, humiliated, or simply deep in thought, his face conveys a feeling of isolation. His physical smallness is exaggerated by the composition, making him appear almost swallowed by his surroundings. Lady Mary's expression is key to interpreting the painting. Her smile could be genuine amusement, or it could be mocking. Her body language suggests she is enjoying the moment, while Pope's suggests he is enduring it. This contrast fuels the painting's intrigue, keeping viewers engaged in deciphering its meaning. The surrounding elements, statues, portraits, and furnishings reinforce the themes of art, status, and legacy. These figures were not just individuals, but cultural icons whose interactions shaped literary history. Frith's painting captures their moment of personal drama while situating it within a grander historical narrative. Through composition, expression, and setting, Frith creates a painting that is as intellectually engaging as it is visually striking. It is a work that continues to provoke discussion, inviting viewers to consider the complexities of human relationships, the power of words, and the enduring legacy of literary rivalries. Thank you for taking the time to explore Pope Makes Love to Lady Mary Wortley Montagu by William Frith. This painting, rich in drama, humor, and historical intrigue, reminds us of the power of art to capture human relationships and timeless emotions. Whether through the expressive faces, the detailed setting, or the story behind the scene, Frith invites us to step into a moment both theatrical and deeply personal. Until next time, continue to seek beauty in every brushstroke, every sculpture, and every creative expression that surrounds you. Art has a way of speaking across time, so keep looking, keep feeling, and most of all, keep enjoying the stories it tells.